Kinsey, and as you guys can tell, I am in my home that I grew up in. So anyways, I am going to tell you not everything that is the reason why I'm here, but I'm going to tell you the majority of why, and pretty much it is my horrible roommate experience story. So it pretty much starts off right off the bat. A year ago, I get my roommate assignment, I guess you'd call it. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to get a random person. It worked so well last time. I literally loved my, not loved, but like, I lived with my other roommate all that semester. There was no problems. Yes, she wasn't the cleanest person. No. Was I the cleanest person? Not really. Were we the most energetic people? No. Did we fight? No. Like, I told her right off the bat, hey, I want to do YouTube. I watch videos of YouTubers. I, like, have a boyfriend. He'll be over a bunch. She's like, that's fine. I have one too. He'll be over a bunch too. You know, everything was fine there for that roommate. So she told me that she was not going to be going to that college anymore. She was going to go back to her hometown and be there. So it's like, that's fine. I'll just go random again. So I did, and I got hooked with this one person that we're going to call She-Man. Okay? Well, I messaged She-Man on her college email because that's the only thing that I got from her assignment was her college email. So pretty much I was just like, hey, I'm Kinsey. I'm your roommate for next year. And she just goes, I don't remember requesting you. Now, I'm not the kind of person that will like think, oh, she's being bitchy. She's being horrible. I'm the kind of person that's like, okay, she said she didn't request me. Okay, she's confused. She doesn't know why I am messaging her. She doesn't know how I got her email, all that stuff. So I'm like, I don't know, but I got an email saying that you're my roommate and where I was living. And she says, well, I'm going to try to get a different roommate, so I'm about to remove you probably. That should have been my first indication of she does not know English very well. So I was just like, okay, not gonna message her anymore. And I was just like, okay. So 4 months later, actually more, about 3 months later actually, because one was like April 30th and the other one was August 1st. So on April 30th, I messaged her that, okay, like, I don't care. If I get another message that I have another roommate, great, fantastic. Do I really want to live with her? I don't know. But I'm not going to request a different roommate, though in hindsight, I probably should have. So, she goes, so I think we're still roommates. Housing's kind of confusing with my other roommate situation. But honestly, if we could get along, it would be cool. I don't really care that much. So, I was like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try out this roommate. And so at that point, or I think the next day, because she messaged me at like 3 in the morning or something like that, I was like, I'm all for getting along. I don't care. Because normally I am a pushover person. I don't care that much. I am the kind of person that you say, you probably should not be wearing those pants with that shirt. I would probably go change the shirt or something like that. So I'm like, I don't really care if I'm getting along, or if I'm all for us getting along. I don't care how you reacted. I just don't. I don't care. I don't care. In hindsight, I should have cared. I should have really, really cared. And then, this is what really bugs me. I hate when people do this. She goes, me too, sis. I'm not your sister. don't call me sis. I don't know if that's just because I live in a very small town, if I live in a very country town, I don't know, but I don't like it when people call me sis. I just don't, unless you're my sister, or my best friend, who I think is a sister. Those are the only two people that are allowed to call me sis. Anyone else, I don't really like it. I kind of cringe when you call me sis. So she's like, well, what's your major? And of course, I'm going into teaching. But at this point, I was out shopping with my parents because literally in 2 days we were moving in. Like, that's how quickly everything went on. We literally moved in 2 days after she said that we could get along. So then she gives me her number. So now I have to switch over to the phone. I was on email, but we will go back to email, trust me. So, I'm on my phone. Gotta scroll up, because there's a lot. So, also, we figured out that my phone was, like, going crazy. And would not let me send messages, would not let me get messages, would not do anything like that. So we went to the AT&T store, got it fixed. So I'm like, hey, this is Kenzie, just got my phone fixed. And she's like, hey, what's up? I think I emailed her that, like, my phone was broken or something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something to that degree. And she's like, hey, what's up? Let me tell you about myself. I'm like, okay. And I'm shopping right now. And she's like, I'm from Indianapolis. I'm like, okay, great. Her major was in interior design, which I don't know exactly how many jobs are in interior design. I did not really get that at all. Like, I get that maybe you'll get, like, a job in apartments or in hotels or stuff like that, but in our state, which is Indiana, you can't really get a lot of interior design stuff. And she's like, it's kind of a tedious major, so I may not be in the room that often because I'm doing work in the studio as well as going to my friend's house. Sleeping wise, I have been told I moan in my sleep, but I'm a heavy sleeper. I am messy naturally, but if someone else is living with me, I'll be clean. I partied last year, but this year, I plan on chilling out and focusing on school. Boy-wise, I don't care if you have a boy in the room. I don't have a boyfriend, but I do have a guy friend I like. It's another story. I hope you're cool with guys as well, because I do think one on campus is interested, but he has a place as well. So, yeah, sorry, super long, but one, get the main topics in. I'm like, it's okay. I do have a boyfriend of 3 years then, 4 years now. And I also plan on focusing on my studies. I roll around in my sleep, so if you hear like that, that's what it is. And I've been told that I mumble. I'm a kind of messy person also, but when I was living with my old roommate, I kept my room pretty clean. And she's like, okay, does he visit often? I'm like, he visits as often as he can. Back then, he did not have a car that he had on his own. So, he had to borrow his dad's car, so whenever his dad got home, he could drive up here if his dad was willing. And he had gas money. So, that's pretty much what I told her. I told her where I was from. And I asked her when she was moving in. And she said that she was moving in either the day before or the day after. I think it was the day before the day I was, or something like that, or the 2 days before or the day before. I don't really remember, but it was something like that. And she asked if I had any social medias. Oh, it was the 2 days before or 1 day before. Figure that out right now. And she asked if I had any social medias. I told her my social medias. And I told her when I was moving in. And she gave me her Instagram and her Facebook. And asked her what bed she wanted, because I don't know why, but as you can see, I'm sitting on my bed right now, and right there is my door, and right in front of me is my window. But the first semester, I slept by the window, and there was like a wall right here. So imagine, here's the door, there, like, here's the door. Here was our 2 closets, and then we had our microwave and our refrigerator, and then my bed. So there was a wall that was right here, and then our refrigerator and microwave, and then my bed. So my bed was like way up against the wall in like a corner of my old roommates, like the first year that I went there. And then there was the window on the opposite wall. Like, here's the wall, the end of my bed's right here's a window. So like that. So I'm like, I'd rather sleep near a window. I just feel safer that way. Even though we were still on the first floor, you know, if anyone really wanted to, they could get in anyways, but I just felt safer by the window, so I didn't have to, like, double check that the door was locked, even though I did half the time anyways, because pretty much like I was living alone, except for a roommate, and I'll get into all that in a few. But anyways, she's like, I personally want the window, but I don't care. I'm like, okay. I just don't want to be next to the door. I have this thing about the door. I don't like the door. Go away from the door. And that'll come into initial later of me. I want to be by the window. That'll come into fruition here later. She's like, okay, we'll see if we can find an agreement that works. She'll just be near the door. I asked her if she had a microwave and fridge. She said yes. And I was asking her who was helping her move. She told me. I told her who was helping me. I told her that normally since we live just a few minutes away, like 30 minutes away, I told her that every weekend my mom's going to come up and go food shopping. So if you need anything, pretty much just tell me and we'll go get it. Again, trying to be nice and say, you know what, we'll go get you food. Like, you don't even have to pay. We'll just go get it. And we'll pay for it, you know. And sometimes, like, my other roommate would, too. Like, we would even offer, do you need anything? Do you want anything? Like, do we need anything for the apartment? Because, or not apartment, but dorm. Because, like, we had a Swiffer, we had cleaning wipes, we had Kleenexes. Like, we had all this stuff, and I did too for this part, or I keep on saying apartment, dorm room, also. And for that one, we also had the microwave and refrigerator, but she owned the refrigerator, I owned the microwave, so that was that. But this semester, I guess she did not have a microwave for this semester. She did not have a microwave. She did have a refrigerator, and I had a microwave and fridge, which she used my microwave, which I didn't care. I just wish she would have cleaned it every once in a while, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. She said that she'd pitch it for money, she was going to get a job, da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, I already have a job, so I'll probably be home on most weekends. She asked me how old I was. I asked her how old she was. We were about the same age. She asked me what race she was, which I thought was kind of weird. And I was like, I don't know, because I didn't want to say something stupid and get her mad at me again. And she's like, I'm black. LMAO. Or LMFAO. I'm just like, why would you just do that? I mean, I get that I am the pearliest white person that you'd ever see, but... And I kind of made the joke of, LOL, I'm white unless I'm in the sun, and then I'm a lobster. And then she asked me what my sleep schedule was, like, a day later, which I don't understand, because that was, like, at 7:30 p.m., so what are you doing between 7:30 p.m. and 5 o'clock in the morning? I'm normally not awake then, but whatever. And I try to have it where I go to bed at 10 in the morning, or 10 at night and wake up at 8, but sometimes I go to bed at 12 and wake up at 9, lol. What about you? She says, honestly, mine's all over the place. Yeah, I can tell. But I'm going to try to be in bed by 12 or 1, and because I have an 10 a.m. I was like, nothing earlier than 12, but I want to work out in the morning. She's like, okay. Like, really weird. I don't know why that was really weird. I just saw that. But I also have late ones, like, till 6:15. And we just talked about the dorm, if I liked to decorate. I didn't really care. And then she just posted, like, she just sent me a picture of her old dorm room, and she had these twinkly little lights. Now, as you can see, I don't have any twinkly little lights, not even on this wall, or on the wall that you guys can't see. I don't like twinkle lights. I may be the only 20-year-old that says that. I do not like twinkle lights. I do not like fairy lights. I don't like any of those lights, because those seem bothersome to me. But I was like, you know what, you can have them in the room if you like them. I don't care. But I'm not going to have them on when I'm asleep. Because I cannot sleep with a light on. I cannot sleep with music on. I cannot sleep with all that stuff. I'm sorry. I cannot sleep when I'm freezing cold. I cannot sleep when I'm super hot. We will get into this in a minute about those things. Or next video. It might be next video because this is already 17 minutes long. I'm probably going to cut it short here soon. So, I asked her if she wanted me to bring a TV or if she wanted to, and she's like, I don't care, I don't watch TV that much. And I was like, okay, I'll bring my own. She's like, do I have a rug? I was like, yeah, and it's like down here. So I was like, it's a gray rug. It ain't really gray. It's like brown and blue and light brown and white, and well, the white's kind of a grayish white. I don't really know. I'm not that kind of girl that's like, oh, this is like pretty rustic brown shade. I'm not that kind of person. I'm just like brown, light brown, whitish gray. There's a blue in there. I don't care. And she's in tears, so she probably looked at my rug and was like, that ain't gray. That's like mauve, or not mauve. Why did I think mauve? I don't know. Whatever gray white is. And she's like, well, my parents got me a whole room rug, so it has gray and blue and green and pink and red and blue. It's like, oh Lord, I'm going to be in a rainbow, and I don't like rainbows. I like grays and whites and blacks. That is me. I have I have some pink and blue. Well, blue is mostly my work shirt. And I have a light bluish green color. I'm not that kind of colorful person that's just like, hey, let's wear colors. Let's be all the colors of the rainbow. And she pretty much was. She wore like a blue, like a literally light blue shirt with pink pants. It's like, are you a rainbow today, hon? Really? You're a rainbow, She-Man. You're a rainbow, yay! And it's just like, okay. And then a couple of days later, and she's like, hey, I got an email about our beds and stuff. I was just wanting to make sure having them raised is fine, or do you want them bunked? I was like, either way is fine with me. I really don't want to bunk with you, because I really don't get squashed like a bug. She's like, okay, personally, I'd rather have mine raised. And thinking about it, the first semester mine was raised, and I didn't know how to lower it. The second semester mine was lowered, and I didn't know how to raise it, so I didn't need my stepping stool for that semester, except for when I needed to reach stuff on the high shelf, which was sometimes because she was tall and she liked putting things on the high shelf. So I really didn't use it that much this last semester. So pretty much I didn't care, and I just left mine the way it was. And then on the day before I was supposed to move in, she's like, hey, I haven't moved in yet. Well, I did. I got all my stuff in there, so just in case you walk in and my stuff is everywhere, don't freak out. And she's like, if you want to be the one at the window, are you sure you still want to be by the window? I'm like, yeah, I won't be there till tomorrow. And she's like, what time? I don't know, probably around this time to this time. And she shows me pictures of our room where I would be sleeping, where she would. Now, I want you to think back to everything I've said in this video. Did she ever mention she has asthma? Did she ever mention she had to sleep with the window open? I want to leave you guys with this as I end this video. And as we get into the next video, and maybe even the next one, this will come apparent why I'm asking you this question. But if you have to, rewatch this video and think back to the emails and to the text messages and see if she ever said she needed the window open to breathe. Okay? Like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and part 2 will be coming later. Bye!